Hi guys, I'm Syrachime and I welcome you back to another episode of Pokemon SoulSilver. In the last episode, we made our way back to New Bark Town where we went to Professor Elm and got ourselves a shiny new Master Ball for completing the quest of getting all 8 badges, and then we reacquainted ourselves with my mother to try and stop her constant calling, which obviously didn't go anywhere, and then we made our way back to the Aquatic Dance Theater, where we took on the various Kimono Girls and battled their various evolutions, all just to kind of take part in a side quest that we're going to fulfill here in this episode. Speaking of this episode, in this particular episode, we're going to kind of follow up on something that's been kind of building up over the last couple of episodes, and that is we are going to meet the legendary Pokemon Lugia. So yeah, pretty much the whole quest that's been going on here since we battled, well, Claire, and went our way through the Dragon's Den and battled the people here at the Kimono, well, the dance theater battling the Kimono Girls. This was all building up so that we would actually meet Lugia, or Ho-Oh, if you are playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, while I am going to be catching Lugia in this episode, if you're playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you're about to meet Lugia, which all the events will take part here in this city, and I'm not going to be covering that here because I pretty much can't, but there'll be a little annotation down there on the screen. You can click that when I actually release the episode of me actually going to the Burn Tower, and you can kind of follow along from there. But either way, whether you are getting ready to actually take part in the battle against Ho-Oh or Lugia, you're going to need several things to actually make this work. First of all, you're going to need a lot of repels. Get at least 25 super repels, max repels. You will thank me later if you do. In addition to that, I recommend you have some hyper potions, full restores, revives, stuff like that. Medicine that you can kind of keep your Pokemon alive. Have at least 25 Ultra Balls, if not more. And you're also going to need Pokemon that know the moves Surf and Whirlpool, which is why I actually have my Slowpoke here with Surf and Whirlpool. And in addition to that, those of you that are playing Soul Silver are going to need the move Flash. I went ahead and taught this to Aurora for reasons I will explain later. Now, aside from that, I recommend you have Pokemon that are, well, not weak to Psychic or Flying type moves. I know these two Pokemon right here are a red flag, but I kind of need them. Betty just a fly and Sakura for paralysis against Lugia, so they're staying no matter what. It's part of the reason I got Flash, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, other than that, if you've got all that stuff, you should be able to, well, you should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and fly back to the Cienwood City. Totally forgot that name of that city. My gosh, I love the Johto region, but I swear Cienwood City is just that one place that nobody ever cares about or even thinks about. Well, at least I don't anyway. Okay, so I am going to actually be exploring the various islands here, but if you do just want to get straight to Lugia and bypass most of the stuff that I'm actually going to be showing, what you need to do is you want to go to the north and go all the way to the far island on the east. I think that's right. If it's not, you want to go to the far islands on the west, right? But, well, anyway, I want to actually kind of explore the various things because there are some good items here if you actually, go around and pick them up. Some of them are good, some of them are not so much, but I still kind of want to go through them, so we're going to start with this island right here, which is the first of 4. Now, as it actually turns out, there are actually a couple of new Pokemon you can kind of find in here if you actually want to go catch them. It is worth mentioning that they are kind of late, but still, I think it would be worth the look if you are interested in them. So anyway, the first Pokemon that you can actually find in this place while surfing, pretty much found in both versions of the game, is the Water-type Pokemon Horsey. Now, Horsey is a Pokemon that has excellent stats all around. It is a Pokemon that has good offenses, good defenses, and a pretty good speed that actually becomes blazingly fast as you actually level it up in the rain. Or, yeah, if you get it in the rain. Top of that, if you get this Pokemon fully evolved, it has access to a really good typing. Becomes a Water Dragon type, which is incredible typing with only one weakness, and it gives you awesome coverage at the same time. Unfortunately, the bad thing about Horsey is you need to evolve this Pokemon in order to bring out its full potential. Worse yet, you need to have a partner to trade with in order to get that Pokemon's fully evolved form. You do have that, it's a really good Pokemon. Also on the downside, Horsey fully evolved is a Pokemon that is kind of a jack of all trades and not really a master of none. It's got good base stats, but it really could be better, and nothing about it really stands out that much. But I wouldn't let that deter you from using it. If you need a water type, you have a Dragon Scale, and you have a person you could trade with, I definitely highly recommend Horsey. It's a really good one. So the second Pokemon you could find on here while walking around is the Water-type Pokemon Horsey. Found in both versions of the game, but like I said, you find it through walking around. So Horsey is a Pokemon that is really good defensively. It's got good defensive stats, good HP stats, so yeah, it's a really good defensive Pokemon. And in addition to that, it's a Pokemon that's got good abilities to work with. It's got the ability Thick Fat, which gives you extra resistances to Ice and Fire types, in addition to Ice Body if you have Hail, which we picked up from whatever Price was. You can get that from him. And yeah, you can use that to recover, so it's a good defensive Pokemon. Unfortunately, on the flip side, Horsey is, well, not Horsey, but Seal is a Pokemon that is not very good offensively. It doesn't really have much in the way of offenses, and just because of that alone, it's not worth using. But added to it, while it's a defensive Pokemon, its Ice typing actually hurts it a lot. There's just nothing good about having an Ice type with a Water type. You get 2 extra weaknesses, stab on Ice type moves, which is okay, I guess, but when you don't have the offensive capabilities anyway, does it really matter? So long story short, I don't recommend Horsey. Better Water types out there. You should have one at this point, but if you do need one, go for Horsey over Seal. Okay, those are all the new Pokemon. I can't help but feel like I was addressing Horsey rather than Seal. I meant to say Seal through that entire exchange, but yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'm not exactly certain where I'm at. I think we're on the far island of wherever that was, but yeah, those are pretty much all the stuff that we could pick up around that area. So where we want to go from here, if you've actually been through there was a rare candy that was kind of worth it, escape rope, various things like that. So yeah, there's some interesting items there, but because we pretty much explored everything here that's worthwhile. Oh good, I was scared to death these people were going to battle me. I did come around here to level up before I battled whatever the gym leader of CN would, but yeah, I don't exactly remember what's what. Okay, so if we go to the northern islands that are up here, this is the island over here that's going to take you straight to Lugia if you want to go that route. But like I said, I kind of want to pick up a couple of items just to kind of show the various things that are here. So we're going to go ahead and look around these various things, and then we will go for Lugia shortly after that. So to get started, surf down here. We'll have to surf one more time to get to that item over there, to get to this entrance. And if you were just going to go straight to Lugia, I could definitely recommend it over. There's nothing particular in this area, but still we're going to do it anyway, just because there is some stuff that might be worth your time. Alright, so we're going to have Aurora use Flash. I know many of you are probably still questioning why on earth I taught that to Aurora. And Mother! Oh wait, I'm sorry. Who are you again? I think I've disowned you. Moving on. Alright. So from here, there's an item over here. You want to pick this up, and then once you do, that's it. You don't want to do anything else. You jump these loops over there, and you're going to end up back on the first island near the city. Yeah, it's totally a jerkish move. Not worth it. There are no items to my knowledge that are really worthwhile going over there, but there are a couple of things along the way right here that'll lead you to your destination. Here my repel wear off. I'm going to keep throwing those up. I am not going to run into wild Pokemon. They are almost as annoying as my mother. I stress almost. There's a Carbos. There's a lot of vitamins in this cave. I don't know how these things got here. What, did trainers just come here and drop the vitamins? Well, the other theory is this is where the vitamins originate, but I don't know. Alright, so if we make our way down here, getting ourselves deeper and deeper into the cave, there is this right here, which is a Max Elixir. That is really good. We're going to need that for the Pokemon League I have a bad feeling about. And there is a full restore, something that will also be helpful in the battle we have coming up. Now, outside of that, for some reason I thought this took us places, so yeah. We're going to go ahead and actually take the route that kind of gets out of here. Go ahead and jump those hoops, I guess. So yeah, there's a couple of good items there. And yeah, I told you guys not to do it, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and do it. Alright, so like I said, there are some items over here that are worthwhile. There's one over here that is a nugget. Pick that up. That is good for prize money. Money that we don't send to my mother. I have to send it to her because, well, apparently, I don't know. I send her money and she calls me more. Maybe if I did cut her off, she'd quit calling me. Well, she actually would, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of... Seems like there's a hidden item back here. At least there should be. And indeed there is. There's a super repel. Haha, nice. I didn't think that was there. Alright, so from here, I don't want to go south because that's going to take us back to the entrance of the cave, so if we can avoid that and just kind of make our trip a whole lot easier. And unfortunately, I cannot make my trip easier. Alright, I don't even know how I missed that item. There's an Ultra Ball. That is incredibly helpful for what we have coming up. I will admit that I'm a tiny bit lost in here. I did do a practice run just to kind of get ready. Just to kind of see what was here. And there are some good items here. I mean, we picked up some vitamins, some Pokeballs, and a couple of other things. But, yeah, if you actually go to the trouble of picking up these items, then, yeah, you're going to have to... Oh. Well, I just totally messed that up. Alright, so this is why I was kind of telling you guys, you go do the items. We are back here on the very first island that we messed up on. Alright, so I'm actually going to fly back to Cianwood, surf to where we need to be, and I will meet you guys there in just a little bit. I will be right back. Alright, so once you get here to Cianwood City, if you actually want to get to where Lugia is, straight off of surfing, you didn't want to go for those items that I showed you guys how to get to, what you want to do is you want to hop on your Pokemon, go as far north as you possibly can, and then just pretty much make your way over to the farthest right of your, well, farthest right or left. I can't tell my right from my left. It's not as bad as not being able to tell where your east from your west is. Alright, so anyway, you want to go to the farthest northern island towards the route that actually takes you to Cianwood City, and that will take you directly to Lugia. So yeah, this island it's not horrible, it's not difficult to navigate around. Getting to Lugia is a whole lot easier than I actually thought it would be, and you'll actually see what you have to do here in just a little bit. First up, throw repels. Man, I love that feature that was in Pokemon X and Y, where you got to use your repels, just one after the other without having to go into your menu just to do it. Alright, so what you want to do, we're going to go ahead and use Flash. We are shining! You know, what on earth is Aurora flashing in order to make this effect? Okay, sorry for the random thought. Alright, so there's actually a series of places you're going to wonder if you go that way or if you go this way. Take the northern route, because it is what will take you to Lugia. Take that route down there, it's going to take you somewhere else. You don't want to be somewhere else. We want to go to Lugia. So take the northern route, and it will, like I said, take you to Lugia. Alright, so from here, it is a very straightforward path. You cannot miss it no matter what you do. And as we make our way around, yes, this is actually the most interesting thing that I could possibly do right now, isn't it? Alright, we have made it to the basement. For some reason, why on earth is there light right here, but I had to use flash on the caves above? That makes no sense. We're deeper in the cave and we have light now? Oh, well, anyway, here's this old man. Yay, we're back to old people getting in our way again. Not gonna last, though, because you talk to him, he says. The thing you have. What, you mean bloke? Oh, a flashing feather! You have found it. Please, go ahead. So you mean you would let anyone here that had a silver feather go straight ahead? You were the worst bodyguard thing ever. You know that? Not as bad as Team Rocket. They were going to let me through just because I wore their uniform. Go figure. Alright, so from here, well, we actually do want to go in here because there is a rare candy here. This is awesome. I love these rare candies. I will need these for the Pokemon League to come. Cross that bridge when we get there. So, we're going to make our way down the long road that is leading us towards Lugia. Very reminiscent of the long road it has taken to get here. My gosh, who would have thought how amazingly boring this would be? Yes, traveling down a long pathway. Alright, so finally, we have made it here to the entrance, where if we actually go up, the repel effect will wear off, and we will see the Kimono Girls here that we battled. We go up to them, they will say, "That's right, this is where we welcome Lugia. When the dance we practiced many days becomes one with the sound of the tidal bell we entrusted with you, then Lugia shall come out from deep within the Waterfall Basin once again." So whoever saw this coming for the errand boy, that is me. Alright, so I'm actually going to shut up for a moment because this is one of my favorite scenes in the game. here he comes. The legendary Pokemon mascot of the series. I give you the one, the mighty, the outrageous Lugia! Haha! Welcome to the game, Lugia. Alright. So this Pokemon here is what we've been after since we battled Claire. And thanks to the Kimono Girls, which we thought we were just trying to get hero kisses from, they have actually awoken this sleeping Pokemon. And anyway, that is indeed Lugia, the guardian of these islands from ancient times. So many have tried again and again, only to fail. Chime, your heart in complete harmony with the tidal bell has finally allowed it to appear. Chime, don't you see? See what? Lugia, it must have been waiting for someone like you all this time. Wouldn't you agree? Alright, let me get this straight. Lugia has been waiting for an errand boy that chases away people because they get in their way, helping people because they are faking injuries, and disowning their mother because they constantly calling me. That's what it took to make Lugia appear. Really? If you girls say so. Alright. This is all we can do for now. What you do now is entirely up to you. Sounds like a question for everybody's destiny if you stop to think about it. Alright, if you talk to the random girls, they'll just pretty much say the same thing. That's all we can do. The rest is up to you. Alright, so now it is time to take on Lugia. And we are going to do so by, first of all, putting Aurora up front for the reason that I pretty much have Flash on her. I will show you guys in a minute. So, the water is deep blue. We are going to surf on it. And here we go. Hopefully the one and only battle with my first legendary Pokemon of SoulSilver. Lugia, who says, Yas! Alright, here we go! Time to catch ourselves a legendary Pokemon. Now, while Lugia is a new Pokemon, I am going to tell you up front that I'm not doing a bio of it. Reason being, I don't like using legendaries on my team. I don't recommend you do it either. The Pokemon are broken. And besides that, there's nothing I could say about Lugia that's negative. It's all just positive. Good stats all around, good abilities, good everything. There's nothing really bad to say about Lugia, so if you want his flying psychic type for your team, here it is. Best you'll get in the game. Alright, so the reason I've got Flash is because this Pokemon has very high-powered base moves, but at low accuracy. To kind of spare myself a couple of extra turns, I'm going to go ahead and use Flash to lower this Pokemon's accuracy. It's a really good strategy if you want to catch legendary Pokemon for yourself. It lowers their accuracy, and pretty much allows it, well, just makes it easier for you to catch them. I mean, any turn that you have to actually... I don't know why I'm using Flash. My luck has been so horrible this Let's Play. I don't know how on earth I'm going to catch this thing. Alright, just Flash it one more time, and again, I don't know what Aurora is doing to Flash things, but I guess we'll take it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep using Flash. If anything I can do to lower this thing's accuracy, like I said, give me some extra turns to work with, because I have a bad feeling I'm going to need everything I can get. In the practice run, it actually took me half an hour to get this thing. I really don't want that to happen again. Okay. So, we've lowered its accuracy by 4 stages. It would be almost a miracle if anything hit me at this point. Of course, then again, swinging luck of the Let's Play, something will hit me and probably be a critical hit and KO the rest of my team. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, there you go. Perfect example. And if that's a critical hit, I swear I will scream. Oh, no, it's not. But I'll probably... No, I didn't flinch. Woo, I'm alright with that. Alright. Its accuracy is lowered as far as it's going to go, so we're just going to kind of hit it. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, here comes the critical hit. Calling it now. Oh my gosh. I know I shouldn't be excited about that, but that's hilarious. Called that. I called that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm more excited about that than the fact that I just... Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Oh, boy. I'll tell you, it's been a series. I never expected when I started this Let's Play that the stuff that's happened would be what would be happening right now. Alright, Sakura's done her job paralyzing this thing. I'm going to go ahead and swap out to Dopey. I could use the wall if it does take a hit. And Dopey does have some moves that will weaken it down a little bit. Nothing Sakura could do, so there's no reason to keep her out there. Okay. Alright, so Ice Beam to weaken it down. Lugia, being a psychic flying type, is weak to ice types, electric type. You have those. He's got a really high special defense, so you should be able to take care of it really easily. And there's another arrow. Well, Dopey is the slowest thing on the planet. Not being able to evade it is, I guess, not super surprising. Okay. You know, I actually do have very fond memories of Lugia. When I played Silver originally, the original Silver, I was... I did use Lugia on my team in that time, and that was back before I actually tried to do playthroughs without, without cheating or anything like that. Legendaries to me feel like cheating, but I did use a Lugia, and I have such fun memories of that. Aerial Blast was amazing. I enjoyed using the Pokemon. It was my Surfer, it was my Flyer. That is really fond memories. It was my first legendary Pokemon that I caught before the Pokemon League. It's what helped me to actually get through the Pokemon League. And I kind of needed it considering that, well, my team consisted of Chikorita. I'm not kidding, I kept it as a Chikorita. I didn't evolve it or anything. Yeah, Lugia was the strongest Pokemon. I don't remember the rest of my team. Just that I had a Chikorita, Shining Gyarados, Lugia. But, yeah, I know I probably should have evolved Chikorita, but I didn't. Alright, so here we go into the very long process of actually capturing this thing. And I'm not going to lie, if this starts to take a really long time, I'm just going to cut ahead to me catching this thing, and we're going to call it a day. I'm hoping, though, I actually don't have to resort to that. I can just catch it within a couple of Ultra Balls and be done with it. Come on, guys! No! Lugia! Boy, you're going to be a nightmare, aren't you? Oh my gosh, I still can't get over that critical hit. I knew it was coming, but it's just funny that it happened like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw out Slowpoke. I just need Pokemon. I just need meat shields at this point, so I can just keep throwing Pokeballs at it. There's nothing else I could really do. It's paralyzed. It's weakened down. So we're just going to keep throwing the Pokeball. Hopefully we catch this thing in one of these things eventually. Alright, no shakes. Seems to be the theme of the thing. Alright. So, Lugia, while Lugia does have moves at high base power, the high base power moves typically don't last very long because of the fact that, well, they only have 5, but Extra Sensory in this generation has 30 PPs on it, so you've got at least 30 turns to catch this thing, which it could be a very long marathon. And then we'll go Slowpoke. Wow. Alright. I really don't want to use my Master Ball, but if I get into a corner where there's just no other option, I will do it. Alright, so hopefully this is it. Come on, Lugia, stay in the ball. I will not be using you, but still, stay in the ball. No! Alright, I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to go ahead and cut away to me actually catching this thing, and I will catch you guys as soon as it is done. I will be right back. Oh, yes! Yes! 10 minutes and all my Ultra Balls later. Literally, we've caught the Pokemon. Oh, it's about time, too. Okay. So Lugia here. It is said to be the guardian of the seas, yet it is not a water type. Wonder why that is the case. Anyway, it is rumored to have been seen on the night of a storm. And that's how the legend began. So do I want to give a nickname for this Lugia? No, I do not, because I will not be using it on my team. If I was going to be using one, I would name it Birdie. Because I cannot think of anything else off the top of my head. Alright, so we have caught Lugia, and that is everything that we actually have to do here. And pretty much if you just talk to these various girls here, they will say, "You've done a great job. Say hello to Professor Elm for us." Isn't it sad that I actually would rather visit Professor Elm than my mother right now? Just saying. Anyway, you have not only made Lugia appear, but you also caught it. You are so wonderful. There is nothing more for us to say. Take good care of yourself in your journey. Thank you, that is very kind. It was very nice to meet you. So can I please have a hero's kiss for... You know what? I'm just going to say that I had a... Mwah! There we go. I got my hero's kiss. I'm out of here. Okay. Alright, so to get out of here, all you have to do is just use the escape rope. Otherwise, you could backtrack if you want to. I'll use the escape rope in a little bit. But yeah, that's all I'm actually going to do for this particular point in time. So yeah, we went ahead, we explored the Whirl Islands, caught ourselves a Lugia. I think we've done more than enough for this particular episode, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and call things off here. Next time in my Let's Play of Pokemon Soul Silver, we are going to return back to New Bark Town and start making our way towards the Pokemon League. I am very excited about that. So until next time, I will catch you guys later.